a slow song playing on the radio. It could be a picture of a place you.
On the first day of classes, we were asked to define curriculum. To me, the curriculum was just a website that was filled with outcomes and indicators that represented how you teach. As I continued through my ECS 210 journey, I learned that curriculum can mean many different things. We explore curriculum as written, planned, and taught. We also see curriculum as process. Through this class, we explored the curriculum to find our teaching identity. The curriculum does hold outcomes and indicators, but it is how we teach them which is important. Through the Common Sense lecture, I learned that I need to challenge what common sense is. One of the theorists, Kermo describes common sense as what teachers believe is the right way to approach tasks, and that we need to rethink common sense. This concept challenged me because for me to challenge common sense, meaning stepping out of my comfort zone. I have learned to accept racism, stereotypes, discrimination, and oppression as a form of reality. To challenge common sense, I learned I need to accept more perspectives. This led to our first assignment, Curriculum Theorist as Guide. When I was asked to do this assignment, I had no clue where to start. The philosophers that were brought up in lecture expressed many key points on education, but I did realize that they also made points that I disagreed with. One of the philosophers that impacted my philosophy was Ralph Tyler. Tyler's theory is based around the nature of society. This means that he recognized the need for democracy, freedom, and justice in the curriculum. Tyler's rationale strives for equal opportunity, which is something I believe is extremely important for all students to have. I believe as a future educator that in my classroom I will have students of all diversity, and I need to give each student an opportunity. Tyler's rationale reminds me of inclusion. Inclusion is having all students, no matter what their ability is, to be given a normal and equal opportunity. In society today, we are striving towards inclusion. I believe teachers need to be prepared and work towards inclusion. To move towards inclusion, I believe I need to challenge what the good student is. According to common sense, the good student is portrayed as a student who receives good grades, is prepared, organized, and overall is ready to learn. The good student is also viewed as white middle class and has a lot of support at home. I believe there is no such thing as the good student. Some students may be more prepared than others, but they still need to accept new knowledges. Every student in the class will have one preferred learning style over another. Many students may also have learning disabilities. As a teacher, I believe we need to look past the good student norms and move towards equity. I believe teachers need to meet the needs of all their students and make an equal environment for everyone. In seminar, one of our main focuses was on brain breaks. We cannot expect students to sit for hours and learn at the same time. One website that was used in a grade 4-5 class that I volunteered in was called GoNoodle. GoNoodle is perfect brain breaks for students to get up and move. It is fun for everyone. I signed up for a GoNoodle account because I want this tool to be used in my future class. Treaty education is very new to me. The school I attended did not include treaty education at all. It wasn't until my first university class that I started to learn about Aboriginal content. From learning about treaty education and becoming familiar with the treaty ed curriculum, I realized how important it is. I believe the treaty education curriculum should be mandatory. It is important for a student to learn that we are all treaty people and that we live on treaty land. Treaty education should be enforced as soon as students enter school. Students need to learn about the history, therefore we can better the future. From doing our assignment on integrating Aboriginal content and perspectives into the curriculum, I learned that in any subject you can integrate treaty education. All the outcomes in the Saskatchewan curriculum are open to treaty ed. We need students to accept the past and take a step forward. I currently am still trying to accept Aboriginal knowledge in my life and realize how important it is. I wanted to start this reflection by putting keywords in my backpack because these terms were always being carried around with me, but it wasn't until this class that I actually got to explore them. From being in ECS 210, it has taught me a lot about myself as a future educator. I learned how to find my philosophy and how to accept other perspectives. I learned how to challenge ideas like common sense and the good student. To challenge these ideas, I had to challenge myself. It was hard to accept some of the common sense concepts that I normally would never think about. Through this process, the main component I am going to take with me is how important treaty education is. For me to represent Aboriginal knowledge in my life, I need to rethink some of the things I do and learn to accept other ways of life. This will be uncomfortable for me, but I believe it'll better me as a future teacher and will better my students, no matter what culture they come from. I need to bring forward inclusion and move away from the norm. Overall, ECS 210 has made me a better person because I learned to challenge myself in scenarios that I feel uncomfortable in and have to set goals to accomplish in my future teaching career.